telling you, I have a conspiracy in my head that there are people who control the weather.
They do it in
I
Dubai.
think that's in what?
In Dubai.
In Dubai,
Mhm.
but I think they control weather here, man. Because see, if you have checked, when we're in summer, mostly Mondays there will be rain. Fridays, Thursday, it starts to dry up.
And then it
And
goes sunny.
Friday, Saturday, it's the sun is out.
I think it's because they want you to party.
Exactly.
They
Spend
want
your
you to
dollars,
party.
go to the party, drink beer, and get drunk so that you can't see us doing whatever.
And then you end up can't seeing, and then you spend your money on everything.
Spend your money on stay poor, don't do.
Hey, hey, welcome to the show where stories dance and grow. We got tales from near and far. KOTA2EIGHT's where you are. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. KOTA2EIGHT, let's begin. Sizokhuluma ngezinto zakho. Yeah. Sikuba impilo zoyikho. Lalela umsindo wabantu bakithi. KOTA2EIGHT rides the wave so swiftly. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin.
They queued it up with like the 1,000 guys. I'm not even kidding on.
Yeah.
And one guy's mum caught him like in this line, and she came and like took him
What
out and all that and started
Really?
shouting
What
at
are you
him.
doing?
I know. Have you seen the video?
I didn't, but I would imagine if my mom caught me there, that was gonna be a bad situation, man.
Yeah. Oh wow,
It'll
man.
be a bad situation. Oh,
I
that
couldn't
is
imagine
crazy. That is crazy. Where did they get the people though? Well, men. Wow, men are. I mean,
the main attraction to the event. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. But I'd like to get anything else on it.
but you would have to get some guys who just go for like 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes.
I know.
Because 5 minutes is quite a long time.
I wonder. Imagine being
No
the guy at the
matter
end of the
what
queue.
people tell you, 5 minutes is a long time.
time.
I mean, 5 minutes is a long time.
Definitely is.
You have to get maybe 2 minute guys. Yeah, you know.
Or maybe even less.
Maybe. I kid you not. I have back home. I had what do you call them? Rabbits. Oh, rabbits are fast, man. those are the fastest. You put them there because when you're breeding them, you have to put it in and then you take it out so that it stays and gains more juice. So that so you take it out and then you put the men back in, and I kid you not, it's like 1 minute later he's already on top, and then 5 seconds or less than a minute it'll be done. I mean, it will be like and then it goes, it actually goes back like that. It is. And I'll be like, fuck yeah. Oh, this guy is done already. It's terrible. But hey, it's fun though.
Oh, imagine being the last guy in the queue though. Number 1,000.
I don't want to be that guy.
No,
I don't think you'll be able to feel anything though, because it will be.
No,
Yeah.
no, not nice, man.
I don't. That's too much. Imagine having that count for a whole lifetime. I mean, even men don't even get to. Men don't even get to that. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lifetime worth of sex, I think.
Oh, 100%. And one day.
I mean, that's too much.
I don't think a guy will want to be with a woman that's been like that.
No, but nobody wants that.
No,
Nobody
definitely not.
Nice watch though.
Thank you.
What kind is it?
Armani. Had it for almost 4 years or something. 4 or 5 years, yeah. I bought it, man.
It's a good one, is it?
It was nice, huh?
I have no idea what a good watch is.
Neither do I. This was £100 and it's lasted me 4 years. It doesn't tell me the time though. Tell me, no.
Why?
Because the battery's dead. I've just never bothered to get it changed, so just now we're
terrible, man.
we're at 21 minutes past 1.
It looks good though.
It's a nice accessory to wear, definitely, and a night out and that as well.
This one is £20 watch. smartwatch.
Smartwatch for £20.
But let me tell you one thing. This thing has lasted for a year. I didn't expect it to last for a year, but it takes your blood pressure.
Does it?
Does
Wow.
answers calls, music, basically anything you can do with an Apple. This is a spit in the face to Apple, though. Because
right.
I mean, how can you have something for £20
that just does
that
everything?
has all this
That's brilliant, isn't it?
That's
For £20 as well.
and it reacts really good.
Aye.
I didn't expect it to go for a year, man. I expected it to
Have
maybe
it for a
2
week.
months. Yeah, maybe, but it's still kicking. Let's go. Count steps and all that. But you, tell me about you, man. I'm talking about chicks that have sex for life. No. Tell me about you.
Well, I've got my bodybuilding show coming in July 27th.
Yes.
So that's a big, massive step from past me.
What? What is past you? Are you like, is it like a turning point thing? You will be like, I'm stopping to do this now. I need something to focus on.
Well,
So
there
that,
definitely was a massive turning point. I think in my school life it was quite difficult, you know what I mean? Like people would kind of look at you, and because I was a wee bit bigger, like when I was younger and stuff, it used to really affect me in primary school, like massively affect me. I can remember going
bullying?
home. Yeah,
Sometimes?
bullying was very bad during primary school.
Yeah. Kids are mean though.
Yeah,
they are terrible.
See, when I look back on it now, like I laugh about it. Some of the stuff that they done, it was just stupid. But wow, man, that used to really affect me when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
And just like name call and stuff like that. But it was just constant over the years. And then when I got to high school, it got bad. Constantly eating. Just I would go to my bed with a tub of Ben and Jerry's ice cream and a share packet of chocolate and eat the full thing, like every night. And I would eat big, massive dinners, have second servings. I was just eating, like constantly eating. And my friend eventually, I got up to like 15 and a half stone, which is 102 kilos.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more than that right now, but I mean, I'm fucking old.
I was 15 when that happened. 15, that was...
when you're 15, man, that's...
we had to go to Slater's in Glasgow City Centre, right, to get my school trousers tailored. I had to get my school trousers tailored.
Me.
That's how.
That was terrible. That was not good.
That definitely wasn't good. But
man,
it was really a big, massive turning point for me was when I was in 4th year in high school.
Yeah.
And I was in this class. I was right down at the very front. It was math class.
Yeah.
No, it was 5th year. Sorry, and I'd failed it the year previous, so I had to reset it.
Yeah.
And like everybody in this class, it was all the people that didn't want to be in school or just had no attention, didn't want to pass any of their exams, stuff like that. They were just there for a carry on.
Yeah.
And it would just always be me right at the front and everyone behind me. They used to call me Peter Griffin. Right? But by this point I'm getting a wee bit older, but it was still affecting me by this point.
But if you that was my question. If you hear that name again, what
now I don't care. Now I don't really care. But when it was constant, man, and then my friend actually said to me, like in August 2022, he was like, right, let's go to the gym. Let's start this out and let's go to the gym.
Shout out to him, man.
I know,
because
shout out to Ethan. Ethan Walsh, absolute legend, got me into the gym. My best friend till this day. We went there, and the first day that I ever done in the gym was legs. So it was an absolutely horrible day.
It's wrong start. You don't like leg day on the first day. No,
brutal.
No, you don't like that.
But straight after the gym, I can remember we went to Home Bargains, which was just across the road, and I bought myself a kilo of protein powder and a shaker and like bought everything right. And I couldn't drive at the time, so my dad came and picked me up, and he was like, Liam, why are you buying all this stuff, blah blah blah. He was like making fun of me. He's like, you're not going to stick at it. It's your first day.
He was expecting you to fail.
It's like in a week, go to the gym for a week, and then that'll be you done. Yeah. But ever since that day, man, I just never really.
I think that kind of gave you a drive though, because everybody was expecting you to fail.
I think
and then you were like, I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna show them up. That's a really big drive for a lot of people.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
but even the first, like the time I stepped under the bench in the gym, where I could bench 100 kilos, which is insane to be able to do that at the age of 15, especially like the first time that going to be stepping into the gym as well. But
All
I
right.
think when I was losing weight, I think it was a lot easier for me to just pack on strength because I was
Yeah.
already really big.
Well, you're already big guy.
So I was smashing in my protein, smashing in whatever else, and
All
I
right.
think just a mixture of all that
Did
combination
it
just
did
made
it
the
help
strength
the
go.
protein supplements and all that? Did it help you, or did you see any kind of difference in your kind of strength when you were losing weight while you were having the protein?
Yes, 100% definitely. When I was when I done my first like ever like cut,
Yeah.
I didn't really know what I was doing. So for like the first kind of month or two, I was
Yeah.
I don't want to say starving myself, but I wasn't eating enough food really,
Yeah.
and that's when I really seen the weight like starting to shift. But that's definitely not healthy, and I wouldn't recommend
Alright.
anybody do that. But once I started getting a wee bit more knowledge, I was like eating chicken and rice, tuna, just high protein
Alright,
stuff, low
yeah.
calories, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I managed to get from 102 kilo, massive, to abs at 8 kilo in 7
Alright.
months. So that was like 25 kilo drop in 7 months.
That's a healthy drop actually.
Yeah,
It's
it was quite
not too
equal.
big,
Yeah.
but it's for 7 months. It's quite spaced really
Definitely,
good.
it
Yeah.
definitely was quite equal.
Because apparently, if you lose your weight too fast, it can kind of shock your body, shock your internal organs like your heart and all
Right,
that.
it won't be good for your
Won't
body
be good.
to
Yeah.
to constantly lose
Yeah.
it at a high rate. It definitely won't be good.
That's amazing, man. I mean, but your goal was kind of like just getting in shape, right?
That was the original goal, yeah. That was
Yeah.
100% the original goal, just trying to lose weight. I never once looked at myself and thought I could be that guy that's got the shredded six pack and whatever else. I never once thought that because I
Yeah.
thought if I was to lose that weight, I thought I would have loose skin. I really did.
Oh,
yeah.
because I've seen a lot of guys who lose skin
Yeah,
and
lose
then they have a
hundreds of
flap,
weight. Yeah.
flap thing.
I think I was at like that breaking point though, like with my belly. I can remember it like when I touched it, it was like solid and you couldn't really pinch much skin off it.
Yeah.
So I think I was like at that breaking point,
Almost.
like where if I went any heavier, like it would have started creating stretch marks around my stomach and stuff like that. I'm very lucky that I
that
don't
would
have
be
that.
very hard to come back. But you look good, man. I mean,
Thank you very much.
I wouldn't believe that you only when you showed me the photo, I was like, what? This is you?
I know that's the best thing about it. It's like surprise.
I didn't expect you to be. It is to be something that you have a lot of control and discipline that you have mastered from coming from there to where you are. Because I mean, it is a big thing. I've been trying to just lose about 5 kgs, man, but I'm terrible because I've only managed to do the intermittent fasting constantly, but all the gym and all that, I can't really say I can do it because I've a lot of stuff going on, family and
See,
all
that's the difference for me. I've not got much responsibilities at this stage. I can go out and do whatever I want. I've got hundreds of free time to go to the gym, but I'm glad that I've managed to put it into something good and not something else different. Because a lot of the people that, well, not a lot, but I grew up in a nice area in Bearsdown, but a lot of the people that, a few people that you went to school with, they kind of went on a different path, and you know, it's not looking too good for them. They put their time into somewhere else.
You're very young and you're going for a bodybuilding thing. I think the percentage of people that are doing something focused right now at your age,
is
very, very, very low.
Yeah,
very,
definitely.
very low. And I mean, I think maybe your focus and your discipline from getting that weight down to where you are right now is kind of the thing that is driving you to, because you already have kind of a regiment of things that you already do, discipline and all that stuff.
Another drive though that I do have is my friend, he went and done a bodybuilding show. He done it in Birmingham back in late September. I think it was late September, and then he done another one in early October, and they were both in Birmingham, and we all went down with him, and he looked like amazing. It was really, really, really cool to see. I can't lie. I never once thought that would be me in that position, like at all. I always just thought I'll keep bulking up and then cutting down again, bulking up and cutting down again, because I quite enjoyed that. But wow, man, when I just looked at the stage, I thought I want to get on there. That just looks like me. That's something that I want to do. I think
so. You have a kind of a vision in your head.
Yeah.
That you someone you see this is you, after you when you go to the show. Is that what you have? I mean,
Aye, I
yeah.
would say so. But I don't know what it is. It's just it's so difficult to get to that like level. There's a thing that you go through called prep,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's
I
like
don't know.
it's
But prep would mean prep is
Preparation.
it prep is preparation, but I mean, is it prep kind of like a few months before, something that you do before you begin the bulking up or something like that?
So right now you can technically call what I'm doing just now as technically a prep, but
Yeah.
I'm still gaining weight as the time goes on. So it's
Yeah.
just eating all this like clean food, whatever else, blah blah blah, to pack on the size, and then next month, in the next 4 weeks, 3 weeks,
Yeah.
that's when my life's gonna turn into hell.
You're gonna start
yeah.
like totally.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how you are going to kind of manage the work life, the
See, that
the
will be
social
difficult.
life, and then because I've seen like Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about his time in the gym and all that, waking up at about 4 a.m. and then
Aye.
until sleep again just in the middle so that you can regain your strength and then back into the gym. That's kind of intense,
aye,
and
definitely.
everyday kind of intense.
Because there's going to be
thing.
times where I'm going to need to do fasted cardio as it
Yeah.
starts to get like closer to the show date. So you're going to need to you'll be dead by that point. You're full, like everything in you is like you've just got no energy. Like
Yeah.
you'll just be absolutely like.
What's fasted cardio?
So you don't eat. You don't eat like so. It's first thing in the morning.
All right.
So you don't eat before you do cardio, which just obviously makes
okay,
that
okay.
10 times more
That's,
difficult because you get
exactly.
no energy,
You
no
don't,
nothing. But I'll need to do that before I go to work, and obviously we start work quite early, so that'll be waking up at like probably
yeah,
half
because
4
I mean,
or something.
but I think you're gonna have a big meal just after the cardio.
Oh, definitely. I will be having a meal after the cardio because
mostly
I'll not be coming into work.
mostly protein and all that.
Oh,
Because mostly
the worst thing about it though is you do become quite moody. You do like because
of the testosterone.
Mhm,
Yeah, you
massively.
become irritable very quickly.
Definitely. I can remember at the start of the summer there when I was
Yeah.
cutting down. Wow, man, I could be very, very, very like moody at times. I actually had to warn my mum and my dad. I had to warn them. I was like, right, guys, we were sat at the dinner
Yeah.
table, and I said, right, guys, when this starts, like, I'm warning you. This
Yeah.
is going to be like not nice. I might be moody at times or snappy, but that's just all part of the process.
I've seen it when I was taking this thing called ashwagandha. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's a natural thing.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
See, it increases your testosterone and all that. But the thing is, when testosterone goes up, you start to be kind of like
Right.
kind of you'll be like
just a proper
you,
man.
you become exactly. So I mean, I stopped taking it when you started doing that because I was taking it every day. So after 2 weeks, that started happening, and I didn't notice it until the third week, end of the third week, and I was like, what's wrong with me? Because I usually will be like, I'm getting snappy, I'm shouting for small things. What's going on with me? And I was like, oh.
Right, could be that. Right, definitely.
And then I was like, okay, let me just stop. So I stopped for a week, and then I was taking. I take it maybe once a week or so. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it kind of keeps you like focused a little bit. I've seen that. Keeps you a little bit focused.
I've never really looked into it. Whenever I take my supplements, it's all just kind of the bog standard, like what you would like take. Like I used to take creatine. I don't take that anymore.
Yeah.
See, to be honest, I just kind of forgot about it. I just forgot about it.
It's kind of a chore, isn't it? Like you want to take every morning, like all the same time. It's kind of a chore. I mean, we would rather just put it in the food. If it's in the food, it's fine because I'm going to eat anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. So do you have already learned about the nutrition, or
So
you have a guy who's doing that for you?
that's what I've got. I had my first coach, Tristan Barnes. He was from Cornwall.
All
He
right.
actually he had a girlfriend that stays here.
All right.
For many, I don't know, that was on TikTok years ago, but I ended up going with him, and I was £99 a month for a coach, which is really, really good on price. That's really good on price for a coach.
99 a month?
Mm-hmm. That's really good.
Well, to me, it's like I'm counting how many years I'm gonna but that's really good. Yeah.
He was brilliant, man.
Yeah.
I think our heads clashed a wee bit. Sometimes, like, he would put me on very low amounts of food, and I would ask him if I could have a refeed meal, which is like an off-plan meal.
Yeah.
So you've got a set plan of like the meals that you have throughout the day. So I would have 4 meals a day, and it would have an English breakfast in the morning. So I can remember this full thing, right?
English breakfast is great.
But not as good as what you think it was, right?
What?
4 chicken sausages, so it was like the low-calorie sausages. They were good. 2 slices of 50-50 bread, which is half white, half brown bread. Yeah. 50 grams of beans.
50 grams?
It's like that. There's nothing.
That's
Absolutely nothing.
I thought 50, when you said English breakfast, I was like, yes.
It was absolutely
go.
brutal. I loved it though. It was quite good. And then you would have 3 slices of bacon medallions.
Yeah.
And then my next meal would be my yogurt bowl, which had like dark chocolate, protein powder, peanut butter powder, stuff like that.
Was the yogurt part of the breakfast, or was
No, that's the next
another
meal.
next meal?
Yeah, that was the next meal. And then I had like a pre-workout meal, which was 80 grams of rice and 150 grams of cooked chicken. It's mental how I still remember all this. And then after my workout, it was 100 grams of Cocoa Pops, 40 grams of whey protein, and
Cocoa Pops?
300 mils.
Cereal?
Yeah, you need that though. It's carbohydrates. It's very
you're joking,
fast.
man.
No, seriously. You see the amount of bodybuilders that will eat
wouldn't
stuff like
think-
that. It's
This
crazy.
is one thing that I wouldn't think would be on a bodybuilder's menu.
Some of the stuff is
Carbohydrates is
mental.
like kind of people who, always say, low carb diet, low carb. So I wouldn't think
Carbs, when you like look at it in the bigger picture, if you're
Yeah.
using it to your advantage, it is like a tool almost. Like there's a dextrose. It's a supplement. It's like carbohydrates that you can put into your drink. A lot of people drink that throughout their workout, so that it carbs
keep
them up.
energy.
So your energy levels are still consistent throughout the full.
I didn't think someone would. That's a new one.
No, you've got carbs
That's a new
in
one.
my plan. So it was that was always good though, because I had that at night
because
time, Cocoa Pops, and you didn't really get much sweets and
Carbs
stuff.
tastes great, man. I don't know what it is about it, but they are dangerous. I don't know. The good things are dangerous, man. But
Oh, they definitely are.
they're very dangerous because so you don't eat 3 meals a day. You have to eat
You could eat
a lot.
Honestly, you can space it out however you like. See, as
Yeah.
long as your macros, like your calories and your protein and all that sort of stuff, is all spread out evenly. You could have 20 meals a day. They'd be small meals, but you could have 20 meals a day, or you could have however many you desire. You could really have if it all fit in within.
What does the he's a nutritionist, right? Is it a coach?
Yeah, so the coach, so he would give me like tailored food plans and
all right.
like tailored workout plans, stuff like that. But we ended up clashing heads. He was on a lot of steroids, and I was very angry because I didn't have a lot of food, so we used to just clash heads. So I ended up parting ways with him. And then he actually ended up competing in the bodybuilding show against my friend that we went down with.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Right. So his family was sat in front of me, right, and I was like,
The same show?
they were competing against each other.
Oh man.
And this venue, right? Oh,
That had
must
to be
have had,
awkward.
it was. It gets even worse, right?
Yeah.
There must be about 1,500 seats in this place, right? The full place is like quite big. And it was me and my pal Abbas, and I told him, right, Mum will go sit up the back.
Yeah.
And we sit at this row, and there's this like older people, like you wouldn't really expect these people to be at a bodybuilding show or anything like that. And when I seen my old coach, I'm like, oh, there's Tristan, blah blah blah, like whatever. We were just talking away about it, and then I was like, kind of just saying like, oh, he would like annoy me at this, annoy me at that, whatever else. Lo and behold, his full family was right in front of me the full time, and I never even noticed until Never even noticed until he came up, and then he started talking to him, and I'm like, no way.
I hope you did say.
Oh, I was like, oh,
I
that
hope
was
you
bad.
did say wrong stuff. I mean,
So we ended up parting ways with him before the show, and
yeah.
then it was actually on the drive back home. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do it, and that's when I signed up for it and signed up for my first ever show, and then I
Alright.
ended up going with my friend. My friend's now my coach, so
Oh, all right.
if I've even got a bigger
because
drive,
he's already been through that, he knows what is needed.
100%, he
that's
definitely
very
knows what he's talking
So your
about.
best friend is now your coach.
Yes.
That's gonna be weird.
Definitely.
Because I know my best friend will be like, if he tells me something,
Something
I'm like,
you just think,
get
no.
away.
Definitely.
What you doing?
But
Don't care.
the way I look at it is, because we've got quite a close bond, like it's like I need to do the show. Like it's not as if like I could back out or I've got like a different coach that I don't know in person, like all those sort of things. But because we do know each other personally, I feel like I need to live up to that. Like
And he
sort of
can push. He
expectation.
knows the buttons to push.
Exactly.
He knows
100%.
exactly what to do. That's really good, because I mean, to have a close friend like that, if while you are very young, I mean, that is that can push you to do the. I kid you not. A lot of people will never have a friend like that. Like they'll be like best friends, but they are
nobody
not
wants to
really
push you
best
to do
friends.
better.
When things when push comes to shove, they'll be like, my guy, you're alone. I'm not something like that. Most of the friendships are like that. But if for you to have a friend like that, man, I'm very happy for you.
No, so
I'm very
man,
happy for you.
that was brilliant. He's most of my friends have the Ethan boy I was talking about that got me into the gym. He's my age, but the rest of them they're all older than me, and I think when I got like brought into that group, it was kind of like almost like a role model, especially with Josh. Josh is my coach.
Yeah.
That was sort of like a role model kind of thing. So I suppose you could kind of say I've like looked up like towards Josh and stuff, and like it's made me want to go and do bodybuilding shows and get into it, and hopefully after I have done my bodybuilding show, we'll start doing a bit of online coaching myself. Which he's actually went and done. Well done to him. He actually handed in his notice and his work and said
he's
that's
now full-time online coach.
Full-time, yeah.
That's brilliant, man. That's brilliant.
Definitely.
That is one thing that we are all hoping to do.
Oh,
because
100%.
Everything is going online though. Everything.
Money is coming from all sorts of different places.
Well, money has already gone online. I mean, with the Bitcoin and all that, and
it's crazy.
even the money right now. I don't walk around with cash anymore. It's just the card, or even the cards are you leave them at home. You use your phone.
You just use your phone.
I mean,
Apple Pay.
It's going online. Everything is going online. So I think it's a really good focus to do that.
Definitely.
You should join him.
100%. I hope so.
Yeah. So I mean,
that'd be good.
Because while you're still this young, I always hated being told that you're still young, you can still do, but they were right.
When you're young, that's the time to start.
Exactly. That's they were right. They were very right. I mean, I know that now because I'm also telling people that you are still young. Like I'm gonna tell you,
still got time,
yeah, you still got time. I still got time as well, but I mean, but if I started this the exact time I thought about it, I would definitely not be in this here right now. I'll probably be somewhere else, better.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining about it. But I'm just saying, if you start early, you grow bigger.
100%.
Very, very quickly.
100%.
Very quickly, and that is something really good. And I like the bodybuilding stuff because it needs a lot of discipline. You need. I can't say this enough in my life. Even telling myself that to do something that is really big, you have to have a lot of self-discipline yourself, because just imagine waking up very early to go to the gym. That's just something that is a task, right? But if you're going to be doing it every day, it kind of you get to a point where you're like, I don't want to go. You're feeling very low, and then you don't want to go. And what is going to get you out of that that bed and say, I'm just gonna go?
I don't even know.
I
I
mean,
just, it's like more of a routine now. It's
Yeah.
like, if I don't go to the gym, it's like, why have I not been, sort of thing.
you
It's
don't
like,
feel good.
yeah,
You feel
pretty
like
much.
you feel terrible.
But
Yeah.
see when you're packing on the weight, because I think it's because I used to be bigger. I hate putting on the weight. I hate eating hundreds of food, whatever else. But
Yeah.
see the losing weight side of it, man. Oh, I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
But this is the thing. I want. This is the question for you. There's always a girl. Okay. There's always a girl. A guy always is a girl that he likes, but cannot get.
No, there's a
And
few.
I would imagine
Mm.
that you had quite a few girls that
Oh,
you'd be like
before.
before
Oh,
you were when you were big.
Uh-huh.
You would be like, I should. Then the confidence would be like, no, she called me that.
Yeah, I
that
still
other
had
day.
hundreds of confidence back then.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
know why. I still had quite a bit of confidence, but no, 100%. There was a few. There definitely was a few. One of them, my ex-girlfriend, I used to.
Oh, she's now your ex. Oh, come
now
on.
she is.
You went for it.
I did go for it, and I done it. But,
Good on you. Yes.
She,
Lovely.
when I was bigger, I used to like. She used to sit next to me in maths, right?
Yeah.
And there was a clock like above, like where her head was, right? So I used to look at her in the class all the time, and I used to pretend that I was like looking up at the clock, like looking away up. But she would look at me, and we used to be like, "No, you're looking at me," and I'd go, "No, you're looking at me." That's what I used to say for ages, right?
And everybody knew. We knew. Everybody knew. Like,
I was right in the front of the class as well, man. Oh,
yeah.
and then 2 years later, that ended up becoming a thing, and then it was a good time with her. I don't regret the time I spent with her at all. But on to bigger and better things now.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
You mentioned you're gonna obviously we talked about trading and all that. I don't think. Do you think you're gonna have time for that?
See, now I've been looking at it a lot more. So there's kind of different things like trading strategies, like ICT trading and blah blah blah, like all this other sort of stuff. And I was looking into it, and our work pattern, like that's pretty much impossible to be able to do that with our work pattern.
Yeah.
Like you need to be sat in front of a screen all day, like looking at it constantly to be able to like do that sort of thing. But now that I've been looking into it more, there's a thing called swing trading.
Swing trading, yes.
Which is like you put on a trade, you just walk away from it and leave it for a couple of days and then come back. Yeah. But with the other type of trading, which wouldn't really suit me, I think there's a lot more money in that because it's just constant. It's like you're putting one on, taking the money out, putting one on, taking the money out.
All right.
It's just continuous, like the money that's going to be coming in. Whereas if you put one on a swing trade, that you take a couple of days, and then say you put on a trade, right, and it was £500. You took it out and that took a couple of days. You could make £500 in a day, just by constantly like buying, selling, just whatever, and bringing it out. But that won't work. That won't work with the work.
Because I imagine the bodybuilding is going to be very intense.
It will be quite a busy.
Is there any kind of target weight that you think this is where I want to be?
So when I last cut, it was I think I got down to 72 kilos, which was a 7 kilo difference from the last time that I cut, and it was much more visible. Like I had veins like running up my abs and stuff like that. It was mental to be able to realise that my body could get to that sort of stage. But I've always struggled getting the very bottom 2 abs, but that's 100% going to be the goal this time. So there's not necessarily a goal weight, but it's just more how you look. But
all right.
I would imagine I should get lower.
All right.
Maybe not by much because I will have put on muscle, but I should hopefully try and get a wee bit lower to just really see absolutely everything. Because the day that I walk onto that stage, I will have zero energy. I'll just be depleted, man. Just like just
and
not
so
good.
I heard you do before you do the show, you dehydrate. How do you do that? What's that?
My friend, when he went and done it, he was having, I think it was like 50 mils of water. Oh, it was like
50 mils?
like
A
this
day?
is.
Like
I'm not entirely
in a
sure.
certain...
I think it was within certain times and stuff like that. But when like imagine drinking 50 mils of water. Like, no, I mean that's
just a sip of water.
It's not even a sip. It's nothing.
It's not even
Uh-huh.
it. It's not.
And especially when you've had like no food and stuff like that, that's just not what you're wanting. But
Do you kind of like go on a fast before, or what?
see, because this is my first time on prep,
Yeah.
it's very difficult for me to try and understand what I'm going to do because
Yeah.
my body's different to anybody else's. So,
Exactly.
like, if you've done a prep, your prep would be entirely different to mine because your body reacts to foods in different ways. Like, I could eat a slice of bread, right, and my belly stays the same. You could eat a slice of bread and your belly goes bloated.
Yeah.
That's just the way your body reacts to certain foods. So, that's why on the build up to a prep, you eat the foods that your coach gives you. He'll obviously, I don't really know what they're all doing, but they'll be marking up like whatever you're eating and whatever else to see how your body reacts to certain things,
Okay.
how your weight's progressing, how your strength's progressing, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that then when you do go into the prep, and then when you do like when you put in the certain foods that react good with your body,
Yeah.
then you're not going to really come into much problems or stuff like that. So
Okay. Because I had a lot of stuff about that dehydrating stuff. I'm like,
that's
I wouldn't be
literally-
able to do that, man. Because they actually do that in movies also for when you take your shirt off for
so you just look
you have
10
to-
times better.
yeah.
My-
So it's mostly how you look than not like how big you are, is it?
It's a mixture of things. You've got posing, your physique, obviously. Like you need to be smiling. You need to smile. There was a guy.
That could be difficult though.
I know
because
you're so
because
grumpy.
you're grumpy already. You're like and you're dehydrated. You don't want to. You don't want any. I just want to get this over with and then go and have
100%.
something and drink.
But no, you need to smile. There was a guy competing against my friend when he was on the stage, and he just wasn't smiling like at all.
He was grumpy. And,
But like that can make a massive difference, especially to the judges, because if you're up there and you're all grumpy and you're just like all raging, whatever else, if you're smiling and you're looking a wee bit bubbly, a bit of flow behind you, like they'll notice that. They're gonna naturally just go to the guy that's smiling and whatever else. So
and happy guy.
It's a multitude of things that can come into it, but posing and the way you look is definitely the best one.
What's with the spray?
The spray
the
tan.
tan?
Oh, I don't. The fact that I'm going to need to come back into work with a spray tan on is not. It does not sit right
As
with
soon
me
as
one
I
bit.
see you, I'm gonna just laugh.
Oh, it'll be horrible. It'll be running through all my fingers and stuff like that. Oh, it would not be nice. It would not be nice. Oh.
But it makes you shine.
Yeah, it makes you shine. It makes you look a lot better.
That's good. That's good.
That can make the difference, like on a day, like with your fake tan, 100%. That can make the difference.
You should borrow my suit. Oh man, tell me about the kind of myth things or that you were not expecting in bodybuilding, because I know when you already were in gym and then all that, but are there kind of some myths that you think you were being told about bodybuilding, and then when you started doing it, or when your friend started doing it, you were like, this is wrong. For example, mine is that for the protein and no carbs thing. I didn't think you'd be doing carbs at all. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of myths sort of like around the gym, and I think social media can definitely take a massive part on that, because you know, like I can't lie, I do it myself. I'll sit on my phone and scroll for hours. You know what I mean? Everybody does it, especially nowadays. Nobody can deny it. Everybody does it.
Everybody does it.
But there's a lot of things like on social media and stuff like that where people try and tell you one thing and then people try and tell you the others. But the way I sort of look at it is, if you're in the gym, whatever feels good for you is like what you should be doing, because I'll go back to that again. Everybody's body is different, so I could do something one way and you could do it a completely different way, but it feels good for you, but it might not feel good for me. So I think just go in and do what you feel is good, and just that's what you should be
because
doing.
every time I went to the gym, I did not know heads or tails of what I was doing. I usually would just go on the treadmill first, just to warm up a little bit. Get a quick walk, a jog,
get your blood flowing and stuff like
get
that.
the blood flowing, and then I wouldn't even look at the heart rate or something. I don't even know which one is the right one because a lot of people will be telling you, you should get up to 150,
and then
or
go.
the other guys will be telling you, 120 is okay. Some will be telling, and so I just don't listen to it. And then
Nice.
I'll go to kind of the lifting machines and all that and then biceps, the dumbbells
That's
and
a
all
good
that.
one. I do
Yeah,
like that.
the dumbbells and then maybe some leg whatever
No, I don't like legs.
legs.
You got to do it, though. I'm going into it. I
Legs
still
are
need to do it. It's
terrible.
pretty, but you just get
Nobody
going with it.
nobody like leg day.
No.
But do you do like core day, leg day, or that kind of thing, or you
Abs.
just do everything at
So,
once?
like, abs get trained 3 times a week just now, so that's to try and get them to fully develop,
Yeah.
especially on this bulk, because when you're eating more food and you're putting in protein, blah, 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 like,
Yeah.
you will, like, put on size. Like, that's what a bulk is for.
Yeah.
You're eating more to pack on more muscle. Obviously, fat will come with that,
Yep.
which is definitely noticeable. Definitely noticeable, but it will cut down. But I can't wait to see the difference, and compared to last year to what this year's going to be, I think it will be a massive difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. But as it starts getting closer towards the show date, I think I'll be training abs almost every day.
All right. Yeah, because they need to be looking like
Aye.
somebody put some bricks there.
Aye, they just need to
Like,
be absolutely solid. Aye.
Exactly. Because I think those are the sellers of. I'm like, ooh, that's what you want.
Definitely.
That's what you want.
But when I was thinking about my show, though, I don't know if this will be my first and last.
Yeah.
You know, because I've done like a cup before, but to do a prep, like that's the hardest thing that you can do. Like there's so many people. Like my last coach, he went to go and do. I think it was. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 shows.
Yeah.
But he went to go and do it, and he stopped. Like because of how mentally he stopped because of how mentally and physically draining it is to be able to like go through something like that. So this is going to be a first time for me, but I've got a lot of people that I don't really want to let down when
But
I'm doing it.
I think you can do it again.
I know I can.
I think you
100%.
can because first of all you're young, you can fail and start again, and then the second thing I think you're mentally okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I think because, dude, I will keep going back to this. Where you were and where you are right now. I mean, for you said you're 19, right? 18?
18.
18. I mean, how? I would think if someone was there, I would take them a ton of time to get to where you are right now.
That's
But
just
you didn't so quickly, but to an extent that I think you can actually do more. I actually urge you to do some kind of business. Do some business. Find a skill that you can kind of monetize and sell to millions of people. Find something you can do and sell that doesn't really require you to be there, and just work on that, because I think you can actually. You're gonna be a millionaire. I'll give you an interview again when you're a millionaire, man.
100%. I'll come back here.
You can. You
Of course I will.
Well, it won't be here. I would definitely be having my own studio,
a
bigger one.
100%.
A Joe Rogan kind of
Oh,
studio.
I'll definitely come back in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But,
So I mean, I think you should do that, man. I think maybe after this, and then you can focus on something else.
I think as well though, like being at this age in this generation, like 2025, being 18, I think in this year's probably one of the best like sort of years to really try and make money.
Yeah.
Because the way that everything completely has flipped, only say 30 years ago, 20 years ago, people were like pushing you to go and get like a proper job, like do manual labour, like that it was like proper jobs that you were going to do.
Yeah.
But you see guys nowadays that are just on their phones and they've get millions just
Yeah,
from the
millions
phone.
from the phone, man.
They wake up in the
They
morning
don't
and they
even
think,
have
what am I going to
they
do
don't
today?
even have a computer. I mean, they have a
Exactly.
phone.
And that's it. So it's just the way that everything's moving, and I think being at such a young age and being able to understand it all at this age, I'm only going to be able to just understand more and more and more and more and more. So it's I think that definitely at this age for people that are similar ages with me, they should really like flip their mindset, because it's like my mindset is that like if you put in the hard work now, you're not going to need to put in the hard work later on in your days.
I definitely know that you won't be needing, because there's this when you're reading self-help books, those books, they tell you need to work hard 12 months of your life committed to work on something. That 12 months will give you 12 years. Like,
100%.
It's exponential. Like, if you put the work in now, a little work you put right now gives you a lot more stuff in.
Definitely.
But the problem is short sight. We are short sighted. We'll be like, you work, and then you'll be like, this nothing is going on.
And it's difficult as well, though, especially if you're working full time. You're going to come back from your work and I mean, like, what else do you want to do? Do you want to sit on the couch, relax? You know, that's kind of what you want to do. But if I think if everybody really put in 110% of their effort for, say, like a year, you're not going to turn around and tell me that you're worse than what you were last year.
No,
if
you definitely be way better than
100%.
I kid you not. I've been I've learned a lot by doing this podcast, and I've gotten to a point when I was like, I should just quit. But I just said, let me just go one more, and then I've learned to edit. I didn't know that. If I stop today and I say this was rubbish, I would know how to edit. I would know how to set up a room like this.
I know when I walked in here, I thought this was pretty good.
Exactly. I would know all this. I would know this camera is good for this. This phone is good for this. For I would know all that, and I would know what a condenser mic is. I didn't know all that stuff. So trying something new and doing it for a long time is definitely a plus. There's no really downside to it if you really look at it, because if you are getting better, you're bettering yourself, making your skills better. And if I stopped my podcast right now and somebody who wants to start a podcast, I could coach them. I could get money from that, telling somebody how to do it, because that's a skill that I already have.
That definitely is a skill,
the young people, I think, they are losing out by not doing anything. Definitely losing out. Just leaving money on the road, leaving money on the table. It's a no-brainer. Do something.
I know. 100%.
Exactly. Just do something.
I know that's the way, definitely. My mum, as everything would absolutely go back to her. She had me at 19, a teen mum, so and then she ended up being a single mum for a few years until she met my dad now, who I call my dad. But she threw absolutely everything away. That young sort of life, you know, that life I'm pretty much living now. At this, you know, it's weird to think like I'm at this age, like I would end up having a kid at this age. It's crazy to think that. But she threw away like holidays, like going out, stuff like that. Just a lot of like young sort of stuff that you would go and do.
Well, she's an amazing mom, because I mean, at 19, I mean, if you are able to throw away everything and focus on getting your kid to a good place, I mean, she has to be a very good mom. She's naturally a very good mom, because I mean, a lot of girls will be like, send them away for adoption or something, like send them to your mom, and then she keeps on doing whatever she's doing, the 1,000 people kind of thing, you know. That's another thing that people do. But in an economy like this, where you can just say, I can't take care of my son, the government do something.
Do something about it.
Do something, and they will take the kid away. But I mean, if you are able to say, I'll stay and I'll work with. She's really great.
She's amazing.
Really great.
I mean,
tell her I say she's great.
I will. I definitely will.
Yeah.
She went to college and she went to uni whilst I was still a baby. I'm sure I was in a few of her classes when I was a young just a baby at that point. Obviously I don't remember much from those times, but like just
she was
hearing it
working
from
also,
her.
right?
Yeah, she was.
At the same time.
I think it was placement with uni. I'm not entirely sure, but she definitely was working at the time. Yeah, as well.
Uni, working, and a kid.
Yeah.
That's some.
It was. She's came a massive way, and that's why I'll absolutely everything my mum.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes she might not realise how much I do appreciate her because we are very similar. So
Yeah.
sometimes we clash heads quite a lot. But no, I do love my mum.
Yeah.
Until the day I die. I'll admit that. I don't care. I love my mum.
It's you definitely.
Everybody loves her mum.
Everybody loves her. I love my mum. She's an amazing woman. She has worked in crazy places and just to take us through school.
You know what?
And
I never really say it to my mum, but there's a funny story from when I think it was like 13 or 14 or something, right?
yeah.
And we went out with all of us and we got like vodka and like all this drink, right? So this is a thing, like when you're in Scotland, you start drinking when you're like 13.
Yeah.
And you go out to the woods, you just go out with your pals and you get absolutely like just off your face, right?
Yeah.
And I can remember she phoned me and I was drunk, right? And then I said to her on the phone, I was like, okay, bye mum, love you, right?
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah?
are you alright, Liam? And I'm like, nah, I'm fine. She's like, come home.
All right,
So she said, come home because she knew that something was wrong with me because I said
you never really did say but you need to say it a little bit more.
I know, I definitely do.
You do.
But that's
she's your mum,
how she caught me.
Yeah, but I would never say it to my dad though.
Mm.
He would know, but I would not say
Yeah.
it. He would know I love
that's
him,
the same with my
but
dad.
I would never say it.
It's-
If I do say it, he'll be like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with you?" he would. I would think he would say that. He would say that. What's wrong with you? What are you doing? Are you doing drugs? That's what I would do if my son was like,
I think my dad would be a wee bit confused if I said that to him.
Exactly.
It's like just random.
Random. What?
What have you done?
Yeah. What have you done?
Right.
Are you okay? What did you do?
I definitely do though. I owe an absolute ton to my stepdad, but
Yeah.
I definitely do look at him as if he's my biological dad. There's nothing to stop that at all from me.
Well, he's
Viewing
been
him
there.
as my dad, but to be able to, he actually met my mum. We were staying in a flat,
Yeah.
just me and my mum, and something went up with the gas or something like that. My dad's a gas man, so
Alright.
he came and fixed the gas, and then obviously ended up with my mum. But to be fair, at that like age, because he was still quite young to be able to look at like a ready-made family. I feel like
Yeah.
even me, like if I was a wee bit older, I think it would be really difficult to go into like that
Into a relationship
because
and
that's
then go in all in.
massive responsibilities to be able to like go into that sort of life because then you've got a child, but it's not your child.
I think he was attracted to the way your mom does things.
Probably
Mostly more than anything. That's what I think. From what you told me about your mom, I think he was like, how is this girl managing to do all this and then doing this? And like,
exactly. Must have seen
I
the
need
good-
her in my corner.
He must have seen the good
yeah. And then be like,
My hat goes off to him for the amount of stuff he's done for me as well. There's never a question in doubt. If anybody ever asks him, I'm his son, full stop. Nobody ever questions it, nothing like that. But to be able to just view me in that sort of way and look out for me in that sort of way and not treat me any differently, especially when my wee brother was, when my mum fell pregnant with my wee brother, that started to play with my head a wee bit when that happened. Yeah, I kind of viewed myself as an outsider for a little bit because I fixated on the fact that we didn't have like the same sort of blood and stuff like that. I really fixated on that a lot of the time and I never really let on to anybody, but that used to get to me a wee bit. But
all right. Do you think the love was gonna go to?
No, that's definitely.
And I'm
what
just
I
gonna
thought.
be like, as soon as I turn 18,
Yeah,
You need
out
to
the
go.
door. Aye, catch you later. I'll go get your own house. See you later. But no, honestly, been treated no different at all. And it's just always been the exact same. So my hat goes off to somebody like
who does
that.
that. Aye,
That's a big,
Yeah.
massive.
that's really big.
Aye.
Especially as a lot of things I hear. If he's not the dad, if he's not your dad, you'll be like, I don't really care. He can actually take care of himself anyway.
Yeah.
So let him go. and usually because usually the mom also, your mom will be like, the other moms will be like, they'll be so in love they won't even see you.
No.
And I mean, but heads off
Oh,
to them,
100%,
to both of them.
man. They've
They're
brought me
great.
up very good. There's
Yeah.
been a few bumps in the road, definitely, but overall, I think they've done a good job. I think.
I think their love is kind of like something that gave you a safe place, especially when you were still in primary school and all the
Oh,
bullying and all that stuff. When you get home, you find them always giving you hugs and all that.
Yeah.
I mean that will be like I don't care about the school guys. You quickly forget about it. I know that's what I felt when when I went home and I saw my mom. There's a lot of bullying everywhere. As I said, kids are mean.
Aye, kids
But
are
when you get
horrible.
home and then you talk about it, and then your mom will be like, give you love and hugs you and all that stuff, and that's something you'll be like, I feel safe here, so I'm good.
You could have, do you know what? You could have the millions and everything in the world, but do you know what? You'll never have a love more purer than your parents. You'll never have somebody that wants you to do so well in your life and anything like that.
The
So
only other person besides you that wants you to do
better.
well are your parents. They
parents.
actually want you to do better than you think.
I know.
Actually,
No, they definitely do.
because
Definitely
you'll
do.
be making targets and be like, I want to be like this, I want to be like this, and then they'll be like,
My
you can do
mum,
better.
my mum definitely proved that to me. See, even
Yeah.
with like our work, like I just had no drive at that point, like at all.
Yeah.
Didn't really want to like apply for apprenticeships or like go
Yeah.
and really do anything like at all. And I never really had the exam results to go to uni or anything like that. Uni was never in question for me
Yeah.
anyway. That was never going to happen for me.
You never wanted that.
No, definitely not.
You're
But
like me, man.
no,
Yeah.
out of education as soon as I possibly
Yeah.
could. I left school in 5th year. So I left school a year early.
All right.
But that was because I got that job. But I think there was like 5,000, 6,000 applicants that year, and then there was 20 spots for my job title, and then there was like on the other ones, I think only 200 people got accepted. So out of 5,000
Oh
people,
my
that was
God.
mental. But
That's mental.
my
man.
mum was with me like the full way through that, revising with me, helped me with questions, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and she pushed me to do that. If she wasn't there, I wouldn't have done that. So the only reason I've really got my job
You
is
should
because
take
my mum.
you should take your mom's work ethic, man, because
I know. I
she is
definitely should.
relentless.
I know.
Yeah,
No, she is. She is.
yeah. I feel like I already know her, man. Because there's a certain kind of people that you know if someone tells you they are doing this and that, you definitely know this person is a focused person. You don't want to. You want to associate with this kind of person. You don't want them. If you have a chance at all, listen to what they say. You
Yeah.
know, I've learned that the hard way though, because
I'm the very same. I'm the very same.
because
Learned it the hard way.
usually I just talk and talk and talk. You're talking rubbish and all that. But I've learned that you need to
You need to listen.
you need to listen. Yeah.
That's what my dad used to say that to me. He said, everything you've already done,
Yeah.
I've already done it.
Yeah.
So listen to me and just
Exactly.
learn the easy way. Don't learn the hard way. But wow, every single time I have learnt the hard way, and it's
hard way
been a
every
bumpy road through the
You need to
teenage
stop
years.
this now. Still good. I'm doing it. That's me, and I've been always like that. But I mean, I need to start listening.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say I'll listen now, but I think I'll still.
But as
try
long
it
as
the hard
as
way.
long as you know that you need to listen, you're gonna listen a little bit and talk a lot, but you're gonna listen a little bit.
as well.
Yeah,
That's
so-
why you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Exactly. Shut up.
Shut up and listen. Exactly.
Exactly. That's really good, man. I've enjoyed. Now the team is split up.
I know.
I mean,
I'm
we were at the meeting that we do on Thursdays,
Mm.
and we were just like 5 of us and the other guys that were
Yeah.
from
Because there was a
from
big. There used to
was
be
a
a big. Somewhere to hide, like the
But,
container.
yeah. And the container, green container. That one.
I love that.
I'm
container.
always gonna use that one. Even if I'm not a pipey anymore, pipey squad anymore. I'm like, no.
I'm still sitting in here.
still-
Like,
because it's a good place to
oh no,
hide.
let's get a heater.
Yeah.
Let's get the plugs for your
Yeah,
phone. Let's get a
phone.
radio. Let's get everything in there. Let's get anything you want.
It's happened.
Do you know what we need? We need a mini fridge just full of beers, full of beers and snacks.
We'll get fired. What I tell you, one day. Although there are those small ones,
Uh-huh.
the small ones that you can plug into your cigarette lighter. You know the one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those ones are the good ones. Nobody will ever suspect
they will not
anything. They'll be
suspect
like, it's somebody's lunchbox, lunch bag. Yeah,
Beer.
beer. He's a good one. Cheers to him.
I know. Cheers to you, Dan.
He's great.
Oh, that's the second time I've had him though.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I had him on the other ship.
On the other ship.
Yeah, I had him on there. Only for a wee bit though, but
Yeah, but it was great.
when I got him again, I just thought, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And see, before I actually couldn't wait to get back because I hadn't seen him in so long, obviously, because I was in Scotstoun. But I think the money that they give you is for an apprentice is outstanding compared to anywhere else that you could go. You could go to any other sort of company, and there's so many benefits as well.
Exactly. If you're a core, obviously you're core already. But there's so many benefits, especially the sick pay, man. That's a really big one.
Yeah,
100%. That's a really big one because sometimes you work even if you are not feeling well because you'll be like, if I don't come to work, then
I'm not gonna get paid. Exactly.
So, and then if I don't get paid, rent's not gonna get paid.
Exactly.
That lady's not gonna love me anymore.
My plan is though, after I get my papers, when I qualify, I think I do want to try and go to Australia. I think that would be really, really good to try and do that. But I'm unsure if I'd do it with BAE or if I would go elsewhere like the mines. I don't know. Have you seen the mines?
I've seen the mines. They do fly in, fly out.
Fly in, fly out.
That's a really good one. I think I would do that also.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I'd love that sort of lifestyle, you know what I mean? You just
go in,
5 minutes away from the beach or wherever you're staying, you know what I mean? Like, it's hot, but don't get me wrong, it does get cold. My auntie, she stays out in Melbourne, but it's meant to be like Glasgow, so she says.
It's cold.
But it's cold? It does get cold.
Like Glasgow?
It's like 5 degrees. I can remember checking it, and it was like 5 degrees.
Really good, though.
I mean, compared to here, it's like top
compared to us, I mean, we get to sometimes we get to
minus 10 in January.
10,
oh, that was brutal.
5 degrees. I'm starting to like 5 degrees. It's not. It's warm.
As you start acclimatizing, Scottish.
I'm like 5 degrees is
warm. Oh no.
When it gets to about 10 degrees, I'm like, today's hot.
Today's hot.
It's kind of like it's warm. I'm not feeling uncomfortable. I'm comfortably cold.
I think though, like in Australia, like when you've got like your winters can be cold, but then your summers are hot. Very hot. Aye.
I've had summers that are hot. I'm okay. Fine.
The lifestyle out there.
We've had 45 degrees summers. I mean,
in Zimbabwe.
Sometimes, yeah. And they'll call you. They'll say there's a heat wave coming, and it will be about 45, 46.
That's crazy.
And then when it's about 30, 35, that's the best temperature.
It's just normal. See, a couple of years ago, good few years ago now. Yeah. I think it was during COVID actually. And were you here during COVID?
No.
So during COVID, right, like when we got put into lockdown, it was like the best weather anybody had ever seen. It was like amazing weather, right? And everybody was trapped inside their house, right? It was as if they'd planned it.
The people who control weather were also locked up. So nobody was controlling, nobody was making it rain.
You've got no idea how good this weather was. By the way, it was like brilliant. No drops of rain, no nothing. It was like nothing. It was as if Scotland had just swapped places with like Spain. Like they just swapped places. It was amazing weather. And as you were saying, 45-degree heat in Zimbabwe. I think it was like 30-degree heat, but the science centre in Glasgow, right? Like the heat started to get to it, and it started to melt. Like the building started to melt. So I think like the buildings down in Zimbabwe, I think they would be much different compared to here, because
very different, way different. Buildings started to melt.
Like the side of it started to. I don't know what it's made out of, but like it started to melt. I'm not kidding.
30 degrees.
Do you know what? I'll search up and I'll show you. This was crazy, by the way. Absolutely crazy.
Is it online?
It will be. Science Centre. Melting. Glasgow Science Centre roof melting. No, it was in 2018, right? We had 31.9 degrees heat.
Yeah. And it was
And the side of it started to melt.
Oh, this is I've seen this. I think this is the glue or something like that.
I've got no idea.
That was
but
it's tarmac. The stuff that they put it's tar.
absolutely crazy.
I've seen this before when you're driving in hot weather.
Yeah.
The sides of the road, it will be dripping black.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing that they
it
use
probably will be.
to
I can remember that.
That's
when
crazy
that
though,
came out.
because what if the
What if it
global
hit 40
warming,
degrees?
it will fall off?
The house will just melt. Everything's got to just melt onto the floor.
That's weird though. Yeah.
That's not. I can remember that.
It's melting houses.
Oh, I know that
That'd
would
be a crazy
See, to be
thing,
fair, I
man.
wouldn't put it past this country. And I think anything can happen here.
That makes me feel like that's a cheap kind of. But
Material.
it's not cheap. But I mean, probably maybe it's because they never expected temperatures to go up.
You're never expecting that to reach that sort of levels.
Yeah.
But no, during COVID, man, the weather was.
I'm telling you, I have a conspiracy in my head that there are people who control the weather.
They do it in Dubai.
I think that's in what?
In Dubai?
In Dubai, but I think they control weather here, man. Because, see, if you have checked, when we're in summer, mostly Mondays there will be rain. Fridays, Thursday, it starts to dry up.
And then it
And
goes
Friday,
sunny.
Saturday, it's the sun is out.
I think it's because they want you to party.
Exactly.
They
Spend
want
your
you to
dollars.
party.
Go to the party, drink beer, and get drunk so that you can't see us doing whatever.
And then you end up can't seeing, and then you spend your money on everything.
Spend your money on stay poor, don't do stuff. We don't want you to be rich. No savings. Use those savings. Stupid conspiracy, man.
They done it. They do it in Dubai though. I think they overdone it not too long ago with
with the
floods.
rain. Yeah.
That looked crazy, by the way.
Crazy, man.
Like some mental.
But it tells
floods.
you something though. Dubai is not really built for rain.
No, it's definitely not.
Because the drainage system, that was the problem. Because the drainage system, they don't have good drainage system. Because when it rains, it has to into tunnels and all that, and, like Glasgow. But they didn't build it like that. They just build, and then they were like, now we want to make even the sewer line. They didn't put sewer line.
Crazy. It's because you just don't expect the rain though, to be fair. But even in my last squad, actually, I was working with a guy, Pat. He worked in Dubai before. Dubai was Dubai. It was just like
before
a
it was before the oil and stuff.
Because it's all, when you look at it, it's all still kind of recent. Like
It
Dubai,
is
all recent.
30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's
40
not,
years
it's not
old.
that
Yeah.
old.
It's not that
And I
old.
mean, look at it now. It's like crazy
man.
lifestyle.
Crazy.
We flew into the airport. We were, me and my family were away to Thailand in 2019. And when we flew in, I can remember seeing the Burj Khalifa like from the plane seat, and I was like, "Wow, it's like mental to see that sort of sight." I'd love to go there on a holiday, but even when we were in the airport, like you could shop for cars, like the
in the airport. I didn't have time to look for that when I came in. I went through Dubai also, but I didn't have time to look. So
it's crazy. And then they've got like the Rolex clocks.
yeah,
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Every single
was
clock
rushing
was
to the
Rolex.
next.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Everything is just money.
Give me your money. But
Everything
I love the waterfall though. The water features in the waterfall in the it's nice.
It's a crazy.
You
world.
wouldn't expect that you're in Dubai, the hot country, if you see that.
It's a weird. It's just a different life. Very different
man.
life. It shows you how much a country can do if they've got like
Proper
money and just everything.
I don't think it's about money, because I think money they have. A lot of countries they have money, but I think it's about the management of the money. What the people who are in power, who are directing the money.
I wonder if they've like put their money into that city to make it like that to attract more people. Because now when you look at it in the bigger picture, like when you look at countries even like Saudi, like they're bringing in players like Cristiano Ronaldo and bringing in all these big massive players. So Maybe that's where they're putting their money to attract more people to come to their country.
They actually, I had this. They were calculating because the oil reserves. They know how much oil is there and how long it's gonna take, and they were saying they are making Dubai a tourist city, so that even if after the oil runs out, people will still
I will still go.
go there, because that's why they are making all these iconic buildings and all these systems.
It
and
looks
all
like
that.
a great holiday though,
It
because
is.
like you can go
Looks
there.
like a Disneyland for older
For
people.
older
Old
people,
is
you know,
like, yeah,
you,
it's
you
like,
can go there and you
oh.
can drive your dream car.
Yeah.
You can skydive.
Can
like,
skydive
You
in
can
there.
zip line across buildings. It's
Bungee jumping in the building, man.
It's like a big. It's just like it's a
That's
play park
awesome,
for
man.
kids.
It's
A play park for kids. It's for
park.
adults. Sorry.
Aye, play
But
park.
it's
And
just-
then the camels, the camel and the ATVs.
It's
and
got a
the-
mix of everything over there, man.
Everything.
Aye.
The thing that I heard about Dubai is they want to have the biggest everything.
Aye.
Like, they want to have the highest
biggest building, aye.
the biggest whatever.
They've
and
got the biggest inflatable water park.
there you go.
They've
You
got
see?
that as well.
They want to have everything the biggest.
Mhm.
Even if they are building anywhere else in the world, they want to have the biggest anything, because I know that because in Zimbabwe, they one of the guys in Dubai are building the biggest tower in Africa, in Zimbabwe,
In Zimbabwe, wow.
because they're building a kind of, it's called Cyber City.
Mm.
It's gonna have the biggest, longest building in Africa. So
Crazy, man.
I don't know when they are gonna start, but that's
Dubai
that's
people
the
are
plan.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
They're
Dubai
absolutely
people,
crazy. You know,
Dubai people just pour billions in
I know,
something.
because
man.
when you look at it as well, they've got the palm.
Yeah.
That was man-made. They've got. Have you ever heard of the world?
The what?
They've got this thing, the world.
I don't
So
know
it's
that
like
one.
it's like Earth, right? But
Yeah.
it's made out of sand. So they've got every country like made out of sand.
What?
Like they've man-made it like into the.
That's
In-
weird.
in the ocean.
That's new. I didn't know that.
I'll show
I
you
have
that
to,
as well.
have to look for
It's
that.
absolutely crazy.
Uh,
It's called the world.
the world.
The world.
Let me look for it. Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. The world Dubai.
The world.
But I think they were gonna put like houses and stuff like that
Yeah.
on it, but I think they've kind of patched that idea and I think they've left it now. I think it's like untouched. Nobody's.
But you know the is it the Saudis that are building the city line?
I've got
The
no
world
idea.
islands. No. We want the
Yeah, that
world.
is it. That's the
Is
World
it?
Islands. Yeah. See if you go into the images
Yeah.
and
Oh shit! I clicked on the wrong one. On the images right here.
yeah. So if you look at it from like the
Oh,
top
alright,
view,
alright, look
it's
at
the
this one,
full.
this one.
Yeah, it's like
This
the
one is
full
really
world.
good.
And they've just man-made that out of sand. I mean, how much money can somebody have to fling that into the sea?
That is really brilliant, man.
And I think
Look at that.
because of the land as well though that they've put out, I don't think they can use it. So that I think they've just left it. So
I
they've
mean,
just made it for like no reason, pretty
for
much.
no reason. It's in the sea, right?
It's in the sea.
These guys
Crazy.
have too much money. Eh?
Oh, it's crazy.
I
Absolutely
like
crazy.
how they made the Africa. Africa is the
And that
shape
does look really good,
is-
yeah.
it's really it's the right shape. And the
South America.
South America, and this is Australia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they've even got the States, like in Australia.
States over there.
In Australia, they've got the States as well, though. Like,
Oh,
so
aye,
they've got all of
this-
them.
all
That's
of them.
crazy as well. It's like-
That's crazy. I would have thought they would just Australia just a big without the states and
Yeah.
stuff. How big is this thing?
I've got no idea.
This is really good, man. these guys are crazy, man.
I know.
Oh, you do you know this one?
The palm. Aye.
This is great,
I
man.
think that would be. People live on like the different.
different kind
aha.
of leaves and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. People live on that.
So they've one thing they have is like you can buy a house in Dubai.
Mm.
I've seen some adverts when I was just when we were doing the scrolling thing that everybody does. Buy a land in a house in Dubai, and then you have tax free and you have what do you call a visa,
Mm.
a 100% free visa. You can just live there if you want there.
Really?
Yeah. And then if you want to live here, you can just
go.
you can just if you want to stay here in the UK, you can just leave it there, and then it keeps giving you money or rental and stuff.
Wow.
And the
Mental.
rentals there are
There's no tax as well in
there are no
Dubai.
taxes, and
tax.
so the money is just coming
Yeah.
straight to your pocket, man.
See, that's an incentive. That's an incentive to go as well because you've
That
got no
is,
tax.
it is,
you know
it
what I mean?
is. Oh, because they don't want it. They don't want the tax. They don't need the
They
tax
don't
anyway,
need that,
because
no.
they already have the oil
Or
money
oil,
and all that. That's a really big incentive. No
Mm.
tax, man. That's
That's why a lot of
It's really
people
good.
like even going back to the trading, like a lot of people that do that, they move out there because you know what I mean you could make, say, if you're like an experienced trader, you can make up to like £100,000 a day, possibly
Yeah,
even more. It just
yeah.
depends. But if you live here, they're going to tax like
They're gonna
40-50% of that. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
So you're
and-
left with
but-
like 50-60 grand off of that, whereas like you could be left with
100
like-
grand. Jason, why? All right, it's good. Cheers.
But you could be left with like 50-60 grand. But then if you go to
It's all yours.
every last penny of that
bit
is yours.
You work for it, so it's yours. That's really good. A lot of companies have had their starting companies there, and then they think money comes from here and goes to Dubai, and then it's just
Then it's there.
tax free.
I think
That's really great. man.
America though, with Trump coming in, he's I think he's trying to completely stop like capital gains tax. So like if
Yeah.
you were to do trading or crypto or anything like that, anything that you make, that's yours. So Trump's
Trump
trying
is
to completely
Trump is
stop.
changing a lot of things, man.
He's
a
a very
lot of
he's a
things.
very influential person. He can.
He's like a sledgehammer, man.
Oh,
He's just
he's crazy.
Just we about building it. You're using your razor blades and carving up the place like just blast it off.
sledgehammer. He does not care. He does not care.
care.
At all.
But one thing I love what he did is to say we have two genders. That is a big thing because
You know
I
what?
mean-
though? See, at this day and age, like that's quite ballsy.
it
Quite
is.
ballsy to come out
It
and
is.
just
It
be able
just
to
say
say
that.
something like that. Yeah.
That is. Whoa, Trump has been known to be like that.
Yeah,
though,
aye, he
because
just speaks what he
doesn't care.
thinks.
He doesn't care what you're
anybody
going to
else
say.
thinks.
Even if you do your marches, he'll be like, "All right, that's good. Do your marches. Do your marches." But you will ever know it will be two genders, male and female. That's Trump for you. He's done.
He would have upset a lot of people with that, man.
He did. He upset a lot of people, and then he's got the richest man in the world backing him. Wow, what are you gonna say?
Yeah,
What are you gonna
definitely.
say?
No, you're very right.
And Elon Musk is definitely against that stuff, that transgender, whatever, or identifying as what.
He's mental as well, though. I mean, his
He is.
daughter's his son or his daughter. I don't know
It's
what
his
it
son.
is.
It's his son.
And it's like XE-12. Like the name is crazy. How you meant to spell that out? I'd forget how to spell my name every day.
It's crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
mental.
But the reason why he's so much against all those gender and stuff is because one of his sons changed, I think. And if I saw him on this other podcast talking about it and was saying, my son is dead. I mean, if you're saying your son is dead, but he's still there. But
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
pretty much. Yeah, no. You can see where you're coming from in that point
Yeah,
of view. I
it's-
mean, I think a lot of people, as times go further and further, you can't really go back. You can't
Yeah.
really go back in time like that to where it was just two genders and it was just like male,
you can't,
female,
you
and
can't,
you
you
couldn't
can't,
be
you can't.
like you couldn't be gay and stuff like that. But as time goes on,
yeah.
that inevitably that is the way the world is.
It's gonna go like that. But the funny thing is, after people tend to have kind of an amnesia of things that have happened in the past, and I think with time we are going to forget, oh, this happened, and at some point, because I think maybe if we are going to have about 5 genders or maybe 10 or whatever, we're going to be thinking back and, do you remember Trump saying this?
Aye, there's only going to be 2 genders.
Or it will go the other way, that we definitely gonna be just 2 genders.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, remember the time when people were trying to
Trying to have hundreds, I know. It's crazy, man. It's meant to. I mean, now they're taking us into schools and stuff like that, and I know you should. You can't exactly hide it from young people, because you're gonna look at the media and you're gonna see all this sort of stuff. So, like, naturally, young people are gonna question it.
Exactly.
So it's a difficult one to say if it should be taught in schools and it should not be taught in schools. And with the way the world is going, everybody's got their own views on it, definitely. But
it's gonna be taught anyway. But the percentage of people who are like that is so small that
yeah,
it's making too much noise for so small people.
And I feel as if people are trying to fight for, like, a lot of rights that they already have, almost.
Exactly.
Like,
we already have, exactly.
Because my opinion on it is, if some, let's just say, right, there's a beer sitting there, right? If you identified as a beer, right, and you were sat there,
I'm gonna drink it.
Exactly.
I'll
drink the beer, but like, it's not going to bother me. It doesn't affect my day, so why shout about it? So, I mean, I don't go around shouting that, like, I'm straight, and I can understand that it is different to what's traditionally meant to be. So maybe you should have sort of, like, because you've got, like, the Pride Month and stuff like that, and I think there should be awareness on these things, you know, like, looking at the bigger picture, just because of the way the world is going, but, like, maybe not shout about it too much. You know,
it's too. There's no. I think the noise is just going too much, because it's the percentage of people. If it was the other way, if it was, let's say, for example, there were no straight people, okay, and then it was that percentage who becomes straight, right? I don't think they'll be shouting in the street, because I mean, you are trying to do something that that was not being done a long time, and I feel like people are trying to push a lot of people to do the same thing as they are doing. Why don't they just do what they are doing, and then don't tell us? We are not trying to ask you, what are you doing in your bedroom? What are you doing? We don't care.
Exactly.
Because we don't.
Hey, hey, welcome to the show, where stories dance and grow. We got tales from near and far. KOTA2EIGHT's where you are. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. KOTA2EIGHT, let's begin. Sizokhuluma ngezinto zakho. Yeah. Sikuba impilo zoyikho. Lalela umsindo wabantu bakithi. KOTA2EIGHT rides the wave so swiftly. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. KOTA2EIGHT, let's begin. Sizokhuluma ngezinto zakho. Sikuba impilo zoyikho. Lalela umsindo wabantu bakithi. KOTA2EIGHT rides the wave so swiftly. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. KOTA2EIGHT, let's begin. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Every story, every time. Saxophones and horse show sway. KOTA2EIGHT's bright new day. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. KOTA2EIGHT, let's begin.